afternoon and welcome to the Grade 5 PYP exhibition, which is a culmination of all that they've learned, all the exposure and experience they've had, all the skills they've gathered throughout their elementary years. In AIS, teachers work very hard with their students, and this is evidence of the hard work they've done. And you can tell from the work they've done that students are indeed exhibiting all the IB learner profiles. I can see that students have done a lot of research, they've gone through a lot of information to come up with some more information for us. You can see in the work they've done, their open-mindedness. It is evident that our students have become effective communicators, because looking at all that is here, the students are communicating to anybody who comes in here to read. It is so obvious that our students have become very good articulators, and I just want to say a big congratulations to the teachers who have worked with them, Ms. Joyce, Ms. Esther, and Mr. Oport. I've seen them work with them tirelessly throughout the semester, and I also want to say congratulations to the students who have themselves been very committed, and they've been very dedicated and have taken a lot of inspiration from their teachers. I want to encourage them, and I believe that as they move on to do the MYP, everything that they have learned in PYP, everything that they have gathered will be of benefit to them, and they are going to excel, they are going to perform excellently. It is heartwarming to realize that the students have exhibited all these learner profiles, and I believe that it is also a good example to the students in the lower years coming up. Thank you all very much, and once again, welcome to Grade 5 PYP exhibition.
Gender equality. What is gender inequality? Gender inequality is when both genders don't have equal rights and opportunities. What is gender equality and what you need to know? Gender equality is when both genders have equal rights and opportunities to do things.
Lines of inquiry. Lines of inquiry. How can we advocate for gender equality? Number 1. We can put up posters to show awareness. Number 2, we can speak to informal and formal women groups. And number 3, we can increase the number and visibility of female leaders.
Who is Sojourner Truth? Sojourner Truth is an African-American evangelist who stood up for women's rights.
Key concepts. Our key concepts are form, responsibility, and perspective.
What is the impact of gender discrimination? People are segregated based on gender and suffer from negative impact on society.
What is gender discrimination? Gender discrimination is similar to gender inequality, and is segregation with people based on gender.
Say no to gender discrimination.
Mamawo Ache, hello and welcome, good morning, all of the school community of the Association International School in Accra in Ghana. My name is Jonathan Harris, and I am the PYP coordinator at Beid Intercultural Academy of Chengdu in China. I'm here today to talk to you about the PYP exhibition. I'm sure everyone is very excited about the exhibition today. The amount of time, the amount of energy that has gone into creating such a special event, the action that is taken from this. This is what makes the PYP a very special curriculum. The focus on real world issues, the focus on solving those problems that join us together globally, is something that all schools and all people should really be focusing on for the future, to develop, to really be thinking about what can I do as a global citizen of the future to help really make a big impact on today's world. So I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited for all schools around this time of year going through the PYP exhibition. Another thing that's really important about the PYP exhibition is the types of skills that you have been using to put these projects together, to really do the research that you have collaboratively, using inquiry skills to gather your data and your research and to pose those really strong questions that help us really understand the world around us. Is something that you will take forward into your future, take you forward into not only your next step and stages within the learning, but also within the jobs that you come into the future, and also the relationships that you will build with your colleagues, with your family, with your friends, to make this world a truly better place. And as we move further into the 21st century, it is you who are the future. It is you who are going to bring change to this world through your choices, through your actions, and I feel very optimistic about the future for education and the future of our world. And I'd like to leave you now with this Chinese proverb that says, teachers can open the door, but it's students who must let themselves in. Remember, work hard, never give up, and always dream big. Thank you for welcoming me to your PYP exhibition, and I wish you all the very best for the most perfect day and the brightest of futures. Thank you.
Pollution. Here is our central idea. Pollution has over the years been a social problem which has affected many lives. Here are our lines of inquiry. First, what is pollution? Then the types of pollution. Then what can we do to stop pollution, which will be our students' action. And then the effects of pollution. We will give a brief summary on pollution. Pollution is the introduction of contaminants into our environment.
The key concepts are causation, connection, and change.
These are examples of what people use to pollute the air, which can make places dangerous for people to visit. There are some facts about pollution. Pollution is one of the biggest global killers that has killed as many as 100 million people. This is comparable to malaria and cholera.
Here are some types of pollution: soil or land pollution, air pollution, water pollution. Here are some examples of the pollutants.
Soil or land pollution. Soil or land pollution is the process in which people litter our planet.
How to stop pollution? How we can stop pollution is by reduce the number of trips we take on cars. We can start using bicycles and also use electric cars.
Another way to stop pollution is to reduce the use of plastic.
We should avoid burning leaves, trash, and other materials.
And this was Evolution!
Hello, my name is Yara Ify and I am presenting on tribal discrimination. Tribal discrimination. It is the wrongful characterization of tribes which often lead to discriminatory attitude towards them. Tribal discrimination in Ghana is based on the belief that because someone belongs to a particular tribe or ethnic group, he or she has certain behaviors associated with that tribe or ethnic group. Examples of tribal characterization in Ghana are: Ewes do well as carpenters and like the use of juju to kill people. Northerners are mostly watchmen and they are also aggressive and do not understand things easily. Clans are very loud and quarrelsome. Asantes are arrogant and do not like attending school. And Zerers are witches and wizards. Fantes are comedians and spend all their money on food. Kwebus do juju for money. Effect of tribal characterization: fear of people, suspicion of people, hatred towards people, conflict or war, disrespect among or towards people, division in the country, not allowing people to intermarry. How to end tribal discrimination: advocating against it on social media, adding subjects of stereotyping and discrimination to school curriculum, teaching our friends to tolerate others, encourage intermarriages, strengthening boarding school system. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Adriel Aqua. This is my PYP exhibition presentation. The topic I'll be presenting is technology. My central idea is the evolution of wireless network through 1G to 5G. My lines of inquiry are: what is wireless technology and who invented it? The person who invented wireless technology is Guglielmo Marconi. He was an Italian inventor and engineer. He developed, demonstrated, and marketed the first successful long-distance wireless telegraph. Guglielmo invented the wireless telegraph near his home in Bologna, Italy, and it was made in the year 1895. What is wireless network? Wireless network is a type of network that allows two or more entities to communicate without the use of wires or cables of any sort. For example, when you have no means of transport but you really need to go somewhere, you could order an Uber to come and pick you up. Or when a doctor is examining how a patient is exercising with a pacemaker. The evolution of wireless networks starts during the era of 1G. 1G phones was when the general public could now start using phones. These phones weighed a kilo. People boasted about the fact that their phones were wireless during that period. They were however in for a big surprise as the era of 2G came in. 2G is when people were now able to call and text via the internet. These phones were wireless but had to be charged using batteries. You were still able to do things that 1G phones could do. For example, you could call people and talk with your voice instead of just texting. Now we go on to 3G. 3G is when your phones were able to use applications online or surf the internet. The only reason you can use Twitter or Facebook is because of 3G. In addition to what 3G could do, you could do what 2G and 1G could do, like call, text. But now you could take pictures and call each other using with Facecam. Now we move on to 4G. 4G is when people could start playing games with 100 other people, or support people streaming Netflix or YouTube. This generation of wireless technology was able to do what 1G, 2G, and 3G could do. In Ghana, we are currently using 4G mobile phones. 4G phones can help policing. Since more and more people use social media, all that the police department has to do is give information about a case, and the general public could now help in the investigation. Since 5G isn't in Ghana, it's interesting to see how much research I have conducted and what I have discovered on 5G. 5G has better storage, lower latency, and better bandwidth. It can do video calls, texting, pictures, and is able to use apps. This time, 5G phones are 10 times stronger than 4G phones. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jacob Lumumba, the Primary Years Program Coordinator at Tema International School, TIS. I also work for the IB as a consultant, school site visitor. I do school authorization and school evaluation. Thank you. I'm very delighted to have been invited to be part of your school's Primary Years Program exhibition, PYPX. The Primary Years Program exhibition is a culminating moment for the graduating class where they are able to put together projects of interest, projects of passion, projects that involve thinking skills, projects that involve communication skills, projects that show how socially they have developed, projects that show that they have developed in terms of self-management. The projects that have been presented here are of high quality, and they are surely demonstrative of what students are capable of. I do want to appreciate and congratulate the students for having put in time and energy to come up with such interesting projects. I do want to wish them well and show them that they have actually matured as primary years program students and IB students for that matter. Thank you and all the best.
Hello, my name is Eugenia Araba Echambo. I am in grade 5 Hibiscus, and the topic I chose for the exhibition is discrimination. Discrimination is the act of making unjustified distinctions between human beings based on their groups, classes, or other categories to which they are perceived to belong. People may be discriminated against on the basis of race, gender, age, or religion, as well as other categories. Discrimination happens when an individual can't make the most of their common liberties or other legitimate rights on an equivalent premise with others due to an inappropriate differentiation made in approach, law, or treatment. Discrimination can affect people socially because of unfair opportunities, psychologically by causing anger or sadness, and violently because of physical harm that may be brought to them. Discrimination based on race is known as racism. Racism is the unfair treatment to people of color because of their skin. Racism has been around since 1619, when people from Africa were kidnapped and taken to America through slave trade, and a century later when it was introduced to the world. Ever since, many people like Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks have protested and stood up for the rights of people of color. Fortunately, more and more people realize that people of color should not be treated unfairly, and we got rights. However, racism still exists today. Whether it's subtle, obvious, stereotypical, physical actions, or the inequality in the justice system where people without color are given the benefit of the doubt and can use excuses like having a bad day to get out of situations that cannot be excused. Since March 2020, 3,800 Asians have been murdered just for the fact that they are Asians. Black people like Sean Monterosa, Justin Howell, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor, to name a few, are also subjected to this behavior and have been murdered all because of the color of their skin. We can stop discrimination by promoting the hashtags #StopAsianHate and Black Lives Matter, informing others about discrimination by creating web pages, posters, and signing more petitions for the movements. Hopefully, more people will open their eyes and realize that racism or any type of discrimination for that matter, because someone is different, should not be accepted in this society. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Respected members of the AIS learning community, hope you all are keeping safe and healthy. I'm extremely honored and feel privileged to have given the opportunity to address everyone on this special occasion of your PYP exhibition. This is a great day for the AIS students, teachers, and parents. The PYP exhibition represents a significant event in the life of a PYP student, combining the essential elements of the PYP and sharing them with the whole school community. It is an occasion for the students to exhibit the attributes of the IB learner profile that they have been developing throughout their years as a PYP student. Dear students, I'm sure you all have gone through an engaging, collaborative inquiry process and investigating the solutions to real life challenges. This exhibition has certainly given you multiple opportunities to demonstrate independence and responsibility of your own learning. And I'm sure it has helped you to explore multiple perspectives, which has led to action taken. And I'm sure you have taken pride in the action taken as a result of your learning. And it is the celebration of your learning journey from primary to middle school. The big picture, our thinking and action can help shape our world that you have been working around must have given you a deeper understanding of your role as future global learners to create a better and a peaceful world. I would like to congratulate you all for ideating such a beautiful thought of shaping the world into a better place to live in. I wish good luck to all the students in demonstrating their learning and action to the learning community. Enjoy your joyous moments and keep working towards your action with integrity and passion. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Alex and Mr. Jacob, the IBN member working at Thema International School. Before I take my leave, I want to quote Dr. Abdul Kalam. He says, one of the very important characteristics of a student is to question. Let the students ask questions. So, dear students, keep asking questions to feed your inquiry minds. Thank you.
Shining Stars for Our Endangered Friends, a project on endangered species.
We are the group for endangered species, and we've come together to call for your attention to help and put awareness out there for the endangered species. There are many can do, so let's be the ones to kickstart and show positivity in humanity. There are a lot of endangered species, endangered animals, which isn't a good thing. So to spread awareness, we've created this presentation to do what we can to help. In this presentation, we are examples of animals that really need your help and what you can do to contribute. Enjoy.
An endangered species is a species that is very likely to become extinct in the near future. Endangered species may be at risk due to factors such as habitat loss, poaching, and invasive species. They also add to our world and play an important role, just like everything else. So them being disconnected from our world is taking away more than these precious lives. There are many of these species that live in different habitats, some in the sea and others in the far bushes. So deforestation, oil spills, and many other challenges we face are what is causing the problem of endangered species. Over 50% of the world's species are estimated to be at risk of extinction. Scientists estimate we are now losing species at 1,000 to 10,000 times the background rate, with dozens going extinct every day. As many as 30 to 50% of all species are possibly heading toward extinction by mid-century.
Key concepts. The key concepts of our project are species endangerment causes and remedies.
Now, key lines of inquiry are going to be types of endangered species, what causes species to get endangered, and how we can help to stop the endangerment of species.
The sea otters, scientific name, Leandra lictus, is a cute marine animal known for its pretty face and luxurious fur. Unfortunately, we might not be able to see this animal anymore if we do not do something about its near extinction, cause of endangerment. This poor creature is close to extinction because of the sea otters you, has a pretty fur. People hunted them down. They are also victims for water pollution and they are getting attacked by fishing nets, not to mention diseases. Habitats. Sea otters are found in a various of coastal marine habitats including rocky shores, sea bottoms, sandy sea bottoms, as well as coastal wetlands. Normally Sea otters naturally habitat offshore areas with an abundance of food and kelp complete. How we can help? We can help by not littering. Pollution is a big problem in the society. So no minimizing the amount of trash by using a trash can or even recycling could help more than you think. We can also avoid contaminating and distribute distributing natural habitats and can get the word out. The more, the better. Not only will this get those in charge to do something, but it will also help keep our furry friends safe.
The vaquita, Phocinus sinus, is a species of porpoise endemic to the northern end of the Gulf of California in Baja California, Mexico. Averaging 150 centimeters for females or 140 centimeters for males in length, it is the smallest of all living cetacea. Cause of endangerment. The species is currently on the brink of extinction and currently listed as critically endangered by the IUCN Red List. The steep decline in abundance is primarily due to bycatch in gillnets from the illegal Totoaba fishery. How to help? Tell all your friends. It is very important that everybody knows about the vaquita and what is happening in Mexico. Not only does that put pressure on the Mexican government to act, but it also raises awareness of some of the issues that not only affect the vaquita, but porpoises in general and countless other species as well. Tell everyone who will listen about the vaquita's plight and don't stop until the vaquita is safe. Mm.
Red panda. Red pandas, scientifically named the Elurus fulgens, are mammals with herbivorous diet. Its average lifespan in the wild is 8 years. They weigh about 12 to 20 pounds and its head and body size is 20 to 26 inches. Its tail being 12 to 20 inches. What is the cause of the endangerment? Red pandas are endangered. Their forest homes are being cut down and poachers hunt them for their fur. The rumors might put them in more danger since they are ideal targets for illegal pet trade. How can we help? Luckily, people are trying to help. For instance, the Red Panda Network requires hires local people to be forest gardeners. These panda pals keep watch over the red pandas in Nepal, replant bamboo, and helping tourists observe them without disturbing the creatures. Other organizations are using high-tech methods to track poachers. By taking a DNA sample from a red panda rescue from the black market, conservationists can learn where the pandas or the animals are being taken from. So let's join in, and if we can't help in the way they are, there are other many things we can do too. We can do from the comfort of our homes to help.
The giant panda. Pandas, these lovable furballs, are of the most notable and popular animals in China. They mostly live in a few mountain ranges and bamboo forests in China. Although these guys are cute and innocent, they are in danger of extinction. Cause of endangerment. Back in the 80s, the giant pandas were endangered due to excessive hunting and poaching. People hunted them for their black and white fur to sell for their own personal purposes. In the present day, these animals are endangered for causes such as deforestation, farmland expansion, and global warming.
Other endangered species and their cause of endangerment. Pelicans, three-toed sloths. Destruction of Panama's mangroves threatens the sloth's existence. Jamaican iguana, the largest land reptile on the island, is threatened by the introduction of the mongooses. The mongooses was introduced to control snakes, but now is eating the iguanas. Wild yam, a popular herbal medicine, the wild yam is hard to find in the wild. It has been over-harvested, and overdevelopment and deforestation of the area that once supported it threatens its extinction. Woolly spider monkeys. The small and lively monkeys is slowly disappearing for and but its natural habitat is being destroyed by logging and mining. Bamboo lemurs. Once popul- Once populous in Madagascar, the natural habitat is slowly moving creatures is disappearing. There are no supporting habitats that can take its place.
Oh my god. Oh no. It's what we say when we hear about a species that is endangered or in worst case extinct. That will not is not what will bring them back and keep them safe for us to be able to see them when we go on trips. Yeah, they are so cute with a big smile on our faces. We need to take action for there to be these kind of amazing and exciting experiences and not just sit around saying we are going to do to help, but then do not do anything. It does not do any good for us, for them, or for our planet. It is like the excitement that fills you up when you are popping popcorn and you hear it go pop, pop, pop. It finishes with this process, and because there isn't much excitement in it anymore, you discard it and leave it in a bad condition. The popcorn will be sad, and that's the same way the species endangered feel. Let's come together to raise awareness and help the endangered species.
Key concept connection. Now you are able probably wondering what you benefit from this. But a lot of ecosystems rely on plants and animals to keep going. And if we let all these species go extinct, we are destroying our own environment. Responsibility. Our responsibility is to make sure that we get the word out. This will help the people in charge to act. It can also help care for the environment to help out change. There are some organizations out there who do what they can do to help. As a collaboration, we can help too.
What are the resources we could use to decrease the numbers of endangered species? There are many sites that you can donate to which will help make a good impact in the lives of the endangered species, one being the Endangered Species Coalition. Recycle and buy sustainable products. never purchase products made from threatened or endangered species. Things like fur coats come from an animal being poached or hunted down, and this really contributes to them being endangered. Harassing wildlife is cruel and illegal. Shooting, trapping, or forcing a threatened or endangered animal into captivity is also illegal and can lead to their extinction. Protect wildlife habitat. The best way to protect endangered species is to protect the special places where they live. Wildlife must have places to find food, shelter, and raise their young. Logging, oil and gas drilling, overgrazing and development all result habitat destruction. Some plants can provide food and shelter for native wildlife, so taking part in planting would also be very helpful.
Organizations that can help with it. For more information, you can go to Defenders of Wildlife, Gorillas Doctors, World Wildlife Funds, Four Paws International Animal Rescue.
Reflection on endangered animals. Personally, I think that humans are to blame for most extinct and endangered animals. Not only do we hunt them till there are none left, but we do not realize how much they could do for us. I think we should help all animals that need help and all do what we can to improve the planet.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for
checking
checking.
the presentation out.
Thank you for checking the presentation.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. This statement is inspired by Martin Luther King Jr., and that is why our project is discrimination.
Central idea. Discrimination is transmitted from generation and its effects can cause violence. Lines of inquiry. What is discrimination? Types of discrimination. Effects of discrimination. What is discrimination? Discrimination is the unfair or prejudicial treatment of people and groups based on their skin, age, or race. Types of discrimination. Age discrimination, disability discrimination, status of appearance, religious discrimination, national origin, race, color, origin.
Key concepts. Our key concepts for discrimination are form, function, causation, change, and responsibility.
Our effects of discrimination are A. Social effects. Discrimination can lead to people losing their self-worth or self-esteem. A person with low self-esteem will experience negative self-identity, which brings a feeling of worthlessness and depression. B. Psychological effects. Psychological effects such as anxiety and depression can cause one to be mentally ill. D. Different.
I. Individuals.
V. Family.
E. Each other.
R. Regardless of.
S. Skin.
I. Intellect.
T. Talent or
Y. Years.
diversity. Different individuals valuing each other regardless of skin, intellect, talent, or years.
The PYP exhibition is an amalgamation of events where students in grade 5 celebrate the learning journey throughout the transdisciplinary themes.
Our exhibition theme this year at AIS is our thinking and our actions help in shaping the world around us.
Indeed, it was such a joy working with these wonderful students throughout their PYP journey. We hope as they move to the next phase of their academic journey, they will continue to exhibit the Ivy learner profiles that they have acquired along the way.
I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the grade 5 students for their commitment and their efforts that they have put in their PYP exhibition journey. It has not been an easy task, but it has taken a lot of dedication. Thank you so very much. And I don't forget to mention the mentors who have been working with them each and every day to ensure that the students are comfortable and they're doing what they're expected in their various groups. And I also take this opportunity to thank you, the guests who have actually taken their time off from their busy schedules to come and grace this occasion. Mr. Harris, Jonathan Harris, Miss Rose, and Mr. Jacob Lumumba. And I don't forget also to thank you, Mrs. Adeti, who has always given us support, the grade 5s and the mentors throughout the PYP exhibition journey. We thank you so very much. And finally, but not the least, I will also take the opportunity to thank you, Mrs. D, who is the head of school, for supporting us throughout the exhibition and providing the resources to ensure that the students are able to meet their needs during the inquiry journey. Thank you so very much, and thanks to the AIS fraternity as well. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mrs. D, and I am the head of school of Association International School. The PYP exhibition is where our 5th grade students work collaboratively to conduct an in-depth inquiry into real-life issues and problems that they are passionate about. As you have seen, no two exhibitions are ever the same. This is what makes a PYP exhibition so exciting, because you never know exactly where it will go. This exhibition has drawn out the creativity and critical thinking skills of our students as they have engaged in an inquiry-led project, which is a major key experience. It has been fun watching every child learn and grow, and it has been quite a journey. Each child has demonstrated enthusiasm and commitment while making valuable connections to rich and meaningful learning. Our 5th grade students today have shown us that they are inquirers, they are knowledgeable, they are open-minded, they are collaborators, they are risk-takers, they are thinkers, communicators, and they are reflective and caring. I am so proud of the excellent job that they've all done. Congratulations, 5th graders, and I am very proud of you all. Well done.
Raising awareness for discrimination and implementing causes. Say no to racism.
No more gender discrimination. Bullying stop fear.
Speak up against discrimination.
We are all equal.
Stop cyberbullying. We are all the same.
Stop cyberbullying.
Spread love. Stop. No more gender discrimination. All genders are equal. Stop cyberbullying.
All races are beautiful. Everybody is the same on the inside.
Say no to cyber
are to trend. Everyone is dependent on their phone. Help us stop cyberbullying.